Mobsters? This is the Boss of Bosses coming to you today with an end of event live stream. We're going to be going over the event, what everyone thought about it, any feedback, any things that they liked, any things that they didn't like, us discussing those, and then going over some of the ideas that I have for future changes for the event, and then just having fun playing through the event and just talking and chatting, getting caught up. How's everyone doing tonight? So we got the event going on last night. It's almost over. Guess I'll attack Mink. Someone else is going to be able to take the egg. Hey, what's up, Gadsden? I wasn't expecting you in here. Alright. Just another shot on this rabbit. I missed 2 shots in a row today to take the egg. I have not had much luck in this event, as honestly, we were very busy. I didn't really get to participate as much as I have in the previous events and how much I'd like to be able to participate. Denaro, your team did very well for themselves. I think you guys are currently in 2nd place. Yep, 2nd place. Mad Bunnies really did very well. My team is 2nd to last. Yep. So we got 5th place. Or we will get 5th place. I don't see us moving up in the ranks too much here. But you never know. I mean, even if we added the 17 hours on, we still couldn't win. Yeah, literally if my team held the egg the entire time from now to the end, we would still lose. Ron makes us work hard for that 1st place. Roger was a legend. Yeah, Roger was a legend for sure. Maybe Roger should make a comeback. Maybe when you're not so busy working all the time. Knock on the event is that the character accuracy should be considered. I do like to reduce the team size, and the concept you created was very good. Let's see. Plum wrong, Sammy. Let's see. Makes us work hard for that 1st place. Yeah. Well, especially in the beginning, it was very close. Funny Bunnies, they're running away with it in the beginning, and then Mad Bunnies decided they weren't going to be playing no games, and they were taking this. In the same time zone has proven to be a huge power center so far. Yeah, any team that basically has the ability to like communicate and attack in tandem is definitely a team that has an advantage, and they had that advantage, and we did too in Team Jessica Rabbit. But unfortunately, like, so when we were online, we would do very well, and we'd get the egg pretty consistently when we were both able to be on. But like I said, this last week has been very hectic for us. We haven't been able to play much well together. Yeah, so they know how to communicate outside of the game, even with being different time zones. So when they play together, they're able to kind of coordinate and communicate. Game mail to coordinate. Yep, game mail works. Obviously, game mail is a little lagged, so that makes it a little bit trickier. Let's give some thumbs up. Yeah, I like that. Pin that message. Game mail to coordinate. Yeah, so eventually, like I've said before, once I get the chat system implemented, which I did make some headway this week on it, that I'm pretty excited about. Hopefully, I don't know when it's going to be done because I don't know how much it's going to take. I'm still just in the development and testing of it to try and get it to work and figure out. Um, Gatson's a former player. He used to be Roger. Um, when this game launched in September, he was in Savello. And I don't think he's probably showing the cemetery. No, he's not. I forget what his name was. Gatson, what was your character name when the game relaunched? I can't think of it for some reason. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Roger was one of his names. Roger. Maybe was it Roger this round? I think he may have started Roger in this as well. I think that may have been his name, Roger something else. Like I don't think it was his last name, but he'd also played in the beta rounds as Roger, Gangster Baby. I'm trying to think of some of his other goofy names that he used to be. Those are his two most notable names. But he's not currently playing. His work has been very busy, working 6 days a week, I think it was, in 12-hour shifts. Sandman, yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think Sandman sounds about right. I think that was his last character that he had chosen to help Savello basically just stay up and running, so they didn't collapse when they were low on members. But someday he'll be back when work settles out for him, if it ever does. And then, yeah, so Mariah and I, we went away this last weekend. We went to Rhode Island and stayed in a Airbnb, and we were celebrating our 5-year wedding anniversary. So we were pretty tied up with that with before leaving. So when the event started on Wednesday, we were cleaning and packing and getting prepared and ready to go. And then we left for the trip, and then so we were pretty busy on the trip doing stuff. We went for a couple hikes and walks, and went to the ocean, visited the lighthouse. We tried going to the lighthouse where I proposed to her. Nope, little bosses stayed with my parents, so it was a nice weekend away. We the Airbnb that we stayed in had a hot tub right outside. We basically stayed in like this little. It was this house is like basically kind of like a shed that they had before they turned it into an Airbnb. They had turned it into an office, and then they eventually converted it to a small Airbnb. Like it's literally a one room with a bathroom off of it, and the one room just has a bed in it and a little tiny corner table to sit two people, and then like a mini fridge and stuff like that. So it was very small, but it was fine because we really the only time we really spent there was at night. Um, but I had a hot tub like right outside it that we were able to use, so it was basically a hot tub, drinks, and hanging out at night. And then during the day we did stuff. Like I was saying, we tried going to I proposed to her at a lighthouse, and we tried going to visit it, but unfortunately the lighthouse is owned by the Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard had, because of COVID, had closed it, so we couldn't actually get in to go get close to the lighthouse, but we were able to at least see it, take some pictures, and then see the ocean. And then we did a night. The weather was beautiful on Saturday. Took a nice walk. It was like 6 miles that we walked. At least I can't remember the exact distance, but it was a few hours that we walked along the ocean shore, where they have like the Rhode Island like mansions or whatever right on the ocean coast. I mean, massive, massive mansions. Um, so we did that, and went out to eat a couple times, got fresh seafood. It was nice. It was a good weekend away, but it made it where we weren't really able to play too much on the event because we were busy leading up to it, and then Past couple of days, we've just been getting acclimated back at home. So maybe the next event we'll be able to be a little bit more active, but chances of us being on the same team are pretty slim, which is unfortunate because we really could have taken advantage of us being able to text each other or be home when we're home at the same time, being able to coordinate our attacks just by sitting next to each other. But this time around, it didn't quite help us. It just kept us from the bottom where Carlo Catone is on Team Peter Rabbit. You're the noob. You guys got last place. And by quite a bit, too, right? 4 hours? We got you by 4 hours. So you could possibly pass us, but doubt it. Ooh. Nice. Someone set me up. I got the egg. There. At least I got the egg once during the stream. It's a win for me. So for the event itself, there's one thing that I at least found to be an issue was if I was like if none of my teammate was on, like I don't really recall being on at the same time as Miss Rabbit, like maybe once or twice. And then obviously it's easier for me and Murray to coordinate and be on at the same time. But if it was just me on and because I was at work or whatever, we weren't together to like try and push her to get on. I found it to where I wouldn't want to attack. So like in this case, like say right now, like if Anthony DiNaro had the egg and everyone else was gray, just like it's showing right now, I wouldn't want to attack Blazing. You know, she'd be the target I'd pick. I wouldn't even want to attack Blazing because I'd feel like I'd be taking her out and then it'd be setting up a team to do a double tap and then get the egg. So I always like hated to attack and like set up another team to take the egg from my from like my work, or even worse, if there's two people knocked out, like say if Carlo down here had the egg, no, I would need one person knocked out. Yeah, so like if Kitty had the egg again and like say Shotgun Dave was knocked out as well, or was just like this and I took out Shotgun Dave, I'd feel like I'd just set someone else to take out Samira on me and then I want to get the egg. So that was one issue that I saw as being a detriment to the style of this event, is that it almost discourages you to attack when it's just you because you're helping another team almost basically get the egg. Yeah, so it sounds like so other people had similar sentiments as that. So what I was thinking about doing for the next event is possibly making it where if you attack someone and you don't get the egg, so say if I'm just attacking right now and I hit Shotgun Dave, well, if I have the egg, so this example doesn't quite work because I have the egg right now. Attack others and tag them, then when you lose the egg, it can be quickly recovered. Yes, yeah, if you attack people who are not online, yes, you can quickly turn around and get it back. But what I was thinking was if I'm going to attack someone and they don't have the egg, that the next attack would actually give you a reduced time, is what I was thinking as a possibility. So if I attack, say, like Shotgun Dave, and he doesn't have the egg, instead of having to wait 10 minutes for my next attack, I'd have to wait for 9. And then, like, if someone came in and took out Samira in this instance, and they got the egg, now I got to go and say, again, just using you as an example, Anthony DiNaro has the egg, the whole team's cleared out, so then I'm going to attack Blazing, but I still can't take the egg, so then it would reduce my attack time by another minute. And so it keeps reducing your attack time down by a minute until you get down to 1 minute being the lowest amount of time that you could possibly attack. But as soon as your team, anyone on your team gets the egg, then it just resets your time of attacking right back to normal, back to 10 minutes. The 1 minute delay seemed rather short for the purpose it was created for. What, Sammy, what 1 minute delay are you referring to? I'm not sure what you mean by that one. There goes Mariah. Oh, yeah. The 1 minute delay seemed rather short for the purpose it was created for. Yeah, that's because and maybe more visualization. Maybe the event tells you what each player's current time is to attack, and maybe it adds in. So like what I was thinking was like, so my idea that I just had, where if you attack someone and you kill them, but you didn't get the egg, I don't like to be done once, so it felt pointless to attack an active person. Right. Yep, I totally agree, Sammy. Yeah, I don't think it did what I was hoping it would do. Um, it would delay them a minute, but yeah, a minute isn't very long, and you don't even know who's about to hit. So you could hit someone and add a minute to them, which a minute isn't very long, and then someone else could hit you anyway. So it might not do much for you. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe having it be a little bit different. Maybe have the event tell you when, maybe have the event tell you when everyone's going to be able to attack. I don't know if I like that idea. I feel like that might be too much information. But maybe display maybe their base. So what I was thinking was, if you attack someone, not only would it delay them from attacking by a minute, but it would add a minute for their future attacks until they attack. So like the base is 10, but if you keep getting attacked, so you're not like online, say I could make a maximum, like, oh, you get maybe up to 20 minutes before you can attack, but then you need to attack other people to bring your time back down. So like it can go up or down based on your attacking while other people are hitting you. So then I think it might be more crucial to hit those active people, trying to slow them down, because you can slow them down by like every attack could be 11 minutes. And then someone else attacks them again because they drop back down to 10 because they came back to life, and then you hit them again, and hit them for 12, and to get them up to 12 time. So maybe you can make it where even when someone's tagged out, you could hit them again. Where right now, like, you can't hit someone if they're already tagged out. So you got to hit someone that hasn't been tagged out. That was something I was thinking about. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm leaning towards it, but I just got to like wrap it around my head and see what you guys think about the potential of like decreasing your time to attack by successful attacks that don't get the egg, and vice versa. Like if you take an egg from a team, then they would get cleared back down to 10 minutes. So if they were at 15 or whatever, you kind of held them back to get the egg from them. But then again, it might just end up being exactly what we're seeing right now. It might even out anyway. We to allow someone to have multiple 1 minute things added on. Yeah, yep, that is an option. Let me start writing stuff down. Which is what I was saying there, is to have them be able to just keep hitting someone even if they are already tagged out, just to make it that much better. Let's see. Because otherwise, the way it works right now, if you add a minute, say you hit me, and I could attack, And like right now, I can attack in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. If you hit me right now, then I don't think it worked because I have the I had the egg. I hadn't refreshed in a while. That added a minute to me, but you took the egg, so like everything's accomplished. But if I could have attacked and you added a minute on, then I'd be at 3 minutes. So it only delays me an hour, or not an hour, a minute to be able to attack. So yeah, I don't. So maybe the time needs to be increased. Maybe a minute's just not enough. Maybe show when people can attack again. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Just spitballing some ideas, but like maybe then you could coordinate and look at the table and be like, all right, these are the people. They'll tell you like, silence hasn't been on, so like it'll say like can attack now, just like how it says up here, like when you can attack, it'll say attack now. So I could maybe have that say like they're able to attack now, but I have time left. Yeah, well, hey, I want to take it personally. Quiet silence. My own family member took my egg. So yeah, so maybe a minute's too short. Maybe the event should tell you when someone's going to be able to attack. Bring back the timestamp. Timestamp isn't coming back. This live video distracts me. Hey, you just gotta attack like when the time is up, and then you got 10 minutes before you can attack again. So then you got 9.5 minutes of just chatting. What else did I have? One thing that's not really particular. I just scrolled up and read a comment about having actually should be considered. Well, can we not put that on hold for at least a month because I'm down to 6 lives, or I want to be able to join any games. Yeah. So the person's accuracy won't have anything to do with these fun events. So again, just like how we did last month, the goal is every single month it'll run the event twice. One of the first event, which this is the first event, this is the fun event. This only requires activity. It didn't need anyone to have accuracy because it provided everyone the same exact accuracy. Sammy's got a point. You still got 3 to go. So a player's accuracy will not ever influence the fun event. The point of the fun event is to be for anyone to join. Anyone who has maybe died 6 out of 9 times, or a brand new player who is just getting into the game. It allows them to be able to join this event and then see and hopefully have fun. Like Quiet Silence, who has the egg right now, is a perfect example of one of these events basically hooking a new player into liking the game. Like I'm not sure. I'm not saying that he didn't like the game beforehand, but like he had just signed up, like I think a week at most before the February Massacre event started on the fun event, so the first one. And if it was stat based, he wouldn't have been able to do anything. It wouldn't have been very fun. Oh yeah, I read that wrong. So you have 6 lives left. You've only lost 3. So Quiet Silence was able to actually participate in that first ever fun event, and he was able to play, be very active. It got him hooked on the game, and that's perfect for new players to show that there's these fun events that you might not find in other games out there. Completely side different things, don't affect anything, so you can die a bunch of times, you don't lose anything, it's just for fun. If you don't want to participate, you don't have to. But that hooked Quiet Silence. He had told me afterwards that the event was a lot of fun and he really enjoyed the game because of it. So the fun events will always remain this way. I am going to change the fun event slightly going forward for these. So in this case, this was you could attack every 10 minutes. Um, and then the only difference between this fun event and then the next one, which is the competitive your stats are used event, is just that you use your stats. But that event is basically whoever has the most, if you have this certain accuracy based on your family report to show like who is like a killer, if it shows like 100% for like all the guns, no matter where, what, then you know that when you get in this event, you're never missing. You'll never miss a single shot. So that's the only difference between the two is one uses your stats, the other one, everyone is equal. Right, silence, you always rob him. But one other change I'm going to implement is the fun event should be fun for all people. It shouldn't be because it's what I call the fun event. It shouldn't feel like it's a job or a chore and be so time dependent. So I am going to slow the fun events down. Every event kicks me hard with missed shots. For the fun event, it is a 10% chance of missing right now, but I think I am going to lower it. I think I'm going to lower it down to 5%. I'm going to cut it in half. So I do think I'm going to change that too. I'm going to change the chance of missing for fun events down from 10 to 5% chance of missing. And then I'm going to I'm going to slow the attacks down. So right now you can attack every 10 minutes in a fun event. And I think I'm going to slow it down. I don't know what yet. I might slow it down to like an hour. And that way the event seems a little bit more slower, a little bit more manageable for other people. And it's not such a burden and high demand for the fun event. And then when it goes into using your stats, it'll be 10 minutes to attack. It'll be the competitive event. So the people who have the stats and the people who are willing to put in the time will have the best chance at winning. So those are some changes that I'm going to be making. Adding time. Event down. I'm just writing some notes down from what we're saying so I don't forget any of the ideas. Even though I could just watch the video again and just watch your comments. But it's easier if I just write it down. Let's see. Slow fun event down. This chance drop. Attack min. Someone attack minx. See, that's the thing. No one wants to. I'll just do it. But that's the thing. Like I didn't really want to attack minx there just because I knew someone's just gonna come in and take the egg. And it was Kitty came and took it anyway. But that's exactly why. But that's why I was thinking about maybe adding in that. So because I attacked minx and I got a successful kill, my next attack I could do in 9 minutes. And then if I go and try and say I hit Shotgun Dave trying to get to Mad Bunny's team, and I get that kill, but I still didn't get the egg, I'm down to 8 minutes, and so on and so forth. So that way you could eventually get to a point where like you could get the egg, guaranteed get the egg, so it's not a detriment to your team. Let's see. Excellent. So I think I might add that for the next event and see how that goes. I gotta play it by ear and see what I think about that. How do I think it's going to work? But I got time. Get when I plan the next event. So I believe. Yeah, so the next event will start on the 21st, which means sign up period will be the 18th. So this upcoming Sunday, sign up period will begin, and then the event will start on the 21st, and then go to the 28th. So I've got a few days to make the changes, which any of those changes won't take the very long. So I got plenty of time to do that. But most of the changes really aren't going to affect it. Most of the changes are going to be for the fun event, but maybe making it where the attack time can stack, so you can keep attacking someone. Maybe make it show where the person can attack again, so you can hopefully attack the right person and slow it down. But I also don't want to get it to a point where if you can keep attacking people, then you might get stuck, and like one team could basically just hold the egg forever. All right. But other than that, I mean, I enjoyed the event. I wish I could have played it a little bit more, so I could have been a little bit more competitive. I do think that having multiple teams instead of just 1 versus 1 makes it a little bit more likely that it'll be competitive. Um, we had, they were a little off. You guys were off by a little bit. I mean, there's 3 teams that really either any one of those 3 teams could have really taken it. These other teams, we weren't too active. We weren't able to get on too much. They haven't been able to get on too much extra. And then same with this. Like I know Teflon Don was busy. Like the first 3 or 4 days, he was away, so he wasn't able to do much. I don't know how active he got. Yeah, he still, even when he got back, he didn't become too active. Maybe because it was at that point it was probably too late. And then the discussion. Yeah, she didn't do. Yeah, yeah. Mariah was just, we've been super busy, so she wasn't able to do a ton of hits. Let's see, the overall setup of this event was great. It just seems like it needs some minor tweaks to how it already is. I do think the smaller teams made it both easier and harder. Yeah, I mean, eventually the goal is by the time this event rolls around next year, hopefully the game is much larger. So I have the event set up right now to have at most 10 teams. And then depending on how many people qualify, it selects the amount of teams that give it the best chance of being an even number. So that way there's no teams without any. And we just lucked out that this event ended up being where it was even teams. Every team had 3 people, so we just got lucky. If there was one less person, one of these teams would have only had 2 people, which would have been a lot harder to win. Yep. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Like if teams, like if Kitty and Samira were on different teams, again, if myself and Maria weren't as so crazy busy this last week, and we were on different teams, we wouldn't have been as effective. Like again, like it doesn't look like we're that effective, but like when we're both online and able to play, we were able to get the egg very quickly and hold it for a while. Um, but yeah, so when the game grows, hopefully we've got 10 teams, and it could, at that point then there's no limit how many's on a team. It'll just take how many people signed up and put them all on teams to for 10. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this event definitely needed more people, so it was definitely more of a, I feel like it was more of a team team effort this type of event than even the massacre event. I felt like with the massacre event, all I had to do was just get on, kill someone, anyone, and I was like doing something and like it helped the team. But in this, like, if you didn't work as a team and coordinate your attacks to do them just at the right time, like then you were attacking and not getting anything. Because if I go saying I attack shotgun when I can, and but no one else is on, it's just me, and I go and try and attack Samira, and then someone comes and takes Kitty out, and they take the egg, then I'm doing all this attacking and I'm getting no benefit. Yep. Yeah. No team had three stellar people that were very very active, which is good because then it would have been a complete runaway. So yeah, in the future it'll be really fun. There's potential with this setup though that there will be teams with not the same amount of people, but it'll be low. But then if the game gets by next year, I'm definitely hoping by next year to have a couple hundred players in the game at that point. Then I'm hoping to we have 10 teams with at least 10 on each team, and then it won't be as bad to have one or two stragglers that aren't as active. So hopefully the event is a little bit easier when the team sizes get a little bit bigger, and then it'll also be better because then you can attack people. If you go and attack a team and no one's dead yet, like Mad Bunnies right now, they've got 3 all alive. So if they had 10 people all alive, if you attack one, chances of another team having 9 people online and ready to attack at the same time to then do a clean sweep and get that egg immediately would be pretty rare. So I think the event will be easier when there's more people involved. But this was a good turnout. We had 18 people qualify. I think there's 22 people signed up, so there was a few people who didn't qualify because they didn't meet the activity, which there needs to be some limit even with the fun event, because if someone joins the event and then literally doesn't do anything or only makes like one attack, but everyone participated in every. Let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure everyone is going to qualify for the rewards. Yep. Everyone's going to qualify for the rewards. So that's a good thing. I did read the thread about suggestions and stuff. So I don't know when it'll get implemented because it's probably going to be after I get the chat system in, because I really feel like the chat system is going to completely turn this game around and just bring it to the next level, where family members can just chat and you can actually communicate with your family, get to know each other, build that relationship even better than just mails back and forth to one individual. Like a whole family can talk. And then for these events, you'll have like Funny Bunnies would have their own chat, Cottontails, so on and so forth. Every team would have their own chat, so they could actually coordinate their events right there, right in the game, and not have it be an issue of using text messages or mail, which is slow and going to take a minute to read, or Discord, if anyone tried to use Discord, which would be a good option if you didn't know the person in real life. So there's other avenues that are outside the game, or you use game mail, but game mail is gonna be slow. But obviously it can work because Denali, you said that you and Blazing used that and you guys did very well. So the chat system is gonna be next, but after that I will go back and I will put in a system where what I'm thinking right now is a 3-strike rule for the fun events. So if you sign up for an event and you qualify, but then you don't even meet the requirements to get the rewards, then you'll get a strike. And if you get to 3 strikes, you can't participate in the competitive event. So 3 strikes and no more competitive, because competitive is going to be it's going to require more activity, because like I said, I'm going to slow down the fun events so that the attacks aren't every 10 minutes, that they're, I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour, whatever I decide to slow it down to make it a little bit more relaxed so it's not so time sensitive. But if you get 3 strikes on any of these events for not qualifying for the rewards, then you won't be able to participate in the competitive event. And then I'm thinking maybe 10 strikes, and then you can't even participate in the fun events anymore. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully players are, when they sign up for an event, they are going to participate and do stuff. I might up the limits of what it takes to get qualified for the rewards, just because there's only one person that's close to the limits, I think. Let me just double check again. Yeah, there's only one person that's even close to the limit, so everyone at least participated, a decent amount. So I mean, actually, I'll probably leave the requirements as is for right now, and see how it goes when the fun events get slowed down to a different time slot. But I might make the requirements to get rewards a little bit higher, just to kind of incentivize people to sign up for the event if they can play it, and then not to just sign up just for the hell of it. I know St. Valentine's Day Massacre wasn't terrible. I think everyone qualified for that one. I could be wrong, but I think everyone got the rewards out of that one. There wasn't too many people that were slacking really bad on that one. But the zombie one, there was 2 or 3 people who signed up for the zombie event in October and made like 0 to like maybe 2 kills in a week's time. I mean, that's basically not participating. So in that case, like, name that person. You'll see at the end of the event. Just like with the last one, it'll show the stats. It's gonna show everyone how many kills that each person had and how long that they held the egg for. Which actually, I'm looking at that now, and that got screwed up. I think. Let's see. Seconds, minutes, hours, days. Yeah. Yep, something got screwed up. So it will not be displaying the egg time, unfortunately, because it's not going to be accurate. Like one person here, just looking at it. Let's see who had the highest amount. So someone held the egg for 100 days, 14 hours, and 50 minutes. So obviously that is wrong. I thought that was working. Take out Shotgun Dave, hopefully. Yep, made the hit. So there's 2 there. So unfortunately that's going to be missing, but it was going to show you your kills and your total egg time that you personally had the egg. Not that that's just bragging rights, because it doesn't really matter as long as someone on your team did it. But kills is going to show you like who was like participating and helping. So I was going to have that. If anyone, like the last one was fun because it showed you your kills, how many, I believe it showed you how many times you died, and then it also showed you who you killed the most and who killed you the most. I didn't do that for this one just because it didn't seem like you weren't picking a target in this case, because you just needed to go for whatever team had the egg. If it was like a free-for-all, just like killing like whoever killed the most people, didn't matter, then I would do it. But if anyone would like to see any stats, dropping an egg in the litter box resets the meter, right, Kitty? If anyone can think of any stats that they would think would be cool to see at the end of this event, just let me know and I'll add it in. Again, egg time will be added in hopefully for the next one. For the competitive event, I'll have to figure out what went wrong with this and why the times got screwed up. And then, but by the competitive event, I'll at least show that. So kills and egg time will be for the next one. If anyone thinks stats hit percentage, could I do that? Yes, I could do that. I could either show, yeah, I could show the percentage. Yep, I could add that in. Not that that really is going to matter because everyone had the same stats. But I know you're curious to know what your chances were because you had a bunch of misses. I can add that in. If you guys think it's a worthwhile stat to see, I'm fine with that. Ron was definitely my target. Well, yeah, I mean, your teams were definitely very competitive, so you guys are going to have to go for the same people. But especially like down here, like Team Peter Rabbit, they probably weren't much of anyone's targets because they weren't the competitors. For us, my team, I was always, Mad Bunnies, Air Necessities, and Funny Bunnies. I was basically taking the egg from. From me personally, from what at least what's sticking out in my mind. I know I did take the egg from these guys a couple times, but it was definitely you top three teams because obviously whoever has the egg for the most time is going to be your competition of who you're trying to take it from. So yeah, that's what it'll display. You'll see, who did what, who really helped out. Let's see, 254, 289. Wow. You'll see who had the most attacks or most kills. And it's by quite a bit. Yeah, by a lot. The closest person is almost 100 and something away. Let's see, 389. Yeah, 120 kills away. First place. First most amount of kills to second most kills. 120 kill difference. That's a lot. Held the egg for their team. How many times one held the egg for the team? How about how many times? Yep. I won't be able to show it for this one because I didn't put the metrics in for showing how many times. Or do I? Hold on. I might be able to do it for this one. Depends on how I set it up. So I will be able to look right now and let you know. If not, I will definitely add it for the next one. How many times one person held the egg? Okay, it's a good stat. It's good to I'm glad that we're coming up with a couple other things because I didn't like that it was just basically two. I really liked the massacre one. I thought that was really fun for you guys to see, especially when you guys didn't know it was coming until the end, and then you saw like your Reaper and who your favorite target was. It made for some good laughs for some people and some bragging rights, obviously. So I'm glad we're coming up with some other things. Who has the most kills? Guessing you, Sammy. You'll see in, let's see, what do we got left for time? Oh, I had to log out. 16 hours and 35 minutes, you'll find out. let me get back to trying to see if I can. Right, do I have an attack yet? No. 3 minutes and 17 seconds. All right. This would ever load. But I'll see if I can at least add it in now for this event. It's taking forever to load. You hit Sammy. I can't. I got 2 minutes and 35 seconds. I can't take anyone out yet. I can't help you. I need to help my team. Mariah needs to get on. The final boss. Slacking. Oh, this isn't loading. Why aren't you loading? There we go. Alright. That text. Let's kill. Time as well. Mariah May's on. Let's see. I didn't set it up. I don't think. Doesn't look like I did. Let's see what this shows. That's what I used. Stream. Kill on return. Yep. Alright, so I'll have to set it up. How many times one thing holds the egg? Set it up. So I won't be able to display that for this. I didn't set it up that way. Yeah, she heard me downstairs saying that she's slacking and she texted me. There you go. Smears down. Someone else take the egg on me. Could have just gotten the egg, but Maria missed her shot. So for the next event, the competitive event where it uses your stats, I'll set it up where it keeps track of how many times a person holds the egg, but I will not be able to get that for this fun round. No, I've been a good boy today. I'm not going in the doghouse. I bust on her. She knows it. Alright. I think now is a good time to end the stream. I've got get to bed at a decent time today, so I'm not tired tomorrow. Let's see. Just throw out some stats quick. Alright. So with this, my goal right now for the game, and I'm gonna start, keeping track of this in every video I do or every live stream, whatever, is having 100 total players log in within 24 hours. So when I go and I look at my metrics of how many people have logged in, separate logged in, unique players logged in the last 24 hours, I want to see 100. And right now, as of this moment, I have 30 players that have logged in the last 24 hours. So my goal is to get that to 100. Obviously, I have a very long way to go. 70 players that are also very active. So that means I need probably at least 130, 150 total players. Maybe not that many, but And then this YouTube channel has 62 subscribers, and the goal for that is 1,000 because that's the metric that YouTube uses to be able to start monetizing YouTube. So the goal for that is to get 1,000 subscribers. So, if you can share this game with any of your friends, see if they're interested in it, share the YouTube channel and see if they'll just subscribe just to help support the channel and get it to grow. The more people in the game, the more enticing it is to new players. The more fun it is for us playing, to have more competition, more people in our families. And then the YouTube to have a higher subscriber count gets it into being able to be monetized, but also makes it where it'll start getting flagged as people search around for different things, and hopefully gets it across to other people, so it'll be a marketing tool once it gets there. So I appreciate all your support, all you guys who subscribe to this channel, play the game itself, obviously, and then joining me tonight in this live stream. Again, as always, I really enjoy these a lot. I think it's a lot of fun to be able to chat here with you guys. I'm going to continue to do these. I'm only going to probably continue to do them during live events or special times, just because there's not much going on in the game. Unless maybe if my family was in a war or something, maybe I'd live stream that. But otherwise, it's not too much fun to just live stream the game, basically. So. But during these events, I'll probably try and do 1 to 2 live streams during the event. Hopefully, one at the beginning, one at the end is, pretty perfect for me. And then it gives us an opportunity to get to know each other more, spend some time talking, and you guys get to know me better. I get to know you guys, and we build this community because that's what it is to me. This is a community. It's something that I take pride in. It's something I want to help. We all work together to make this a better game, and we all help each other when we need help too. So that's the goal: building the Mafia family, our community that supports one another. So thank you again. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me, and I look forward to the future. And again, this was a fun night. Good luck to everyone in finishing this event off with 16 hours left to go. Good luck to the teams, and we'll see who wins. All right, everyone. You have a good night. Peace. You have a good night. Peace. You have a good night. Peace.